Hello, friends. Welcome back for more Apex. Today's the day. Top 8. We got to see the top 16 in action yesterday. And now we will be following another match of your choice. We got a few good ones on the go. I'm going to throw some polls up in the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat. Short. Both compelling matches. Okay, Twitch poll is up. That will be fixed soon, Kabames. I wanted to get the polls up before I start messing around with the actual stream settings, because we are on limited time. And the voice of the people is more important than promotional information, but thank you. Okay, polls should be up. Now to get the actual stream fixed. Okay. Stream should be good. Hopefully the Langrisser in-game sound is good again. And I will just quickly post my links so the people who aren't following the stream can get here in time to vote. Okay. Ooh! That reminds me, we only have like 3 minutes left to actually cast our votes in-game, so if you haven't done that yet, do that while I'm posting my links. Hopefully I manage to get back into the game in time to do my own voting. Let's frantically buy some tickets. Alright, my friends, welcome back to the stream. Here we go. There are exactly 2 minutes to go before we start the top 8. And we got some very interesting games on the go tonight. The choices in the poll are between Meow versus Q, which is interesting because so far Meow has been a giant slayer. He knocked off Autorun, and he knocked off Cuck, who were 2 top 16 seeds going into this playoffs. So, does he have what it takes to knock off yet another giant in multiple previous season winner Q? We're going to skip the Defteros game for now. We're going to skip the Qtaru game for now. So the other game on the docket for the polls is Zanshin versus... Snooze this ad. Zanshin versus Jayden. And this one's another interesting one because Zanshin and Jayden are both very strong, both previous winners. So the choice of our two matches is kind of between kind of an interesting underdog or undercat story of a really good player who's making a gun for the finals and has to go through a bunch of hard players, including yeah. Q loves wordplay like that. So including Q, who is the heavy favorite among the voters. So that's one storyline that we have to choose from. Or the other is just a super solid game between two super solid players on the other hand. So I would expect we'd see very strategically firm meta gameplay on this side, and maybe some wild ride on this side. Both very compelling, so that's why I'm leaving the choice to you in the polls. Just quickly checking in case there's any more confusion in the Discords. People just want to make sure. Hey, we are good. Hello, YouTube. Buff Gardner is ready. Zilla, welcome to the stream. Games are getting started. It looks like on YouTube, the Q versus Meow match is the heavy favorite. Oh, Meow versus Q, heavy favorite on the Twitch side as well. So let's go ahead and jump into that game. There's no contest. This is what the people want to see. They want to see Meow versus Q. Not only do the people want to see that, but the voters. There are a lot of people who voted for Q, and there are some people who have potentially a big payday coming for Meow. So either way, whoever wins this match is going to make some people happy. How are we doing in the chat, everyone? It's good to see you again today. Had kind of a wild day today. I was, again, Mrs. K was up in the valley doing some tracking with applesauce. So I was left with the old bean. She wasn't feeling super well, so I took her out for just a light walk and made her some delicious snacks, which she really appreciated. Now I think I need to make a delicious snack for myself. Waiting for player to enter. Ooh, might we have a bit of a situation here? Did these guys play in advance? Nope. Here they are. There was just a little bit of a psychological pressure going on from one of the players. Maybe setting up their stream for backseat and whatnot. Disco doing quite good. Just been chilling and doing some Lost Light. Okay, nice. Oh, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I remember, I forget what playoffs it was or who my opponent was, but I remember coming in and signing up, like getting ready to fight my opponent. And they let the clock go all the way to like 4 minutes, 59 seconds before they clicked in and joined the match. And I don't know if it was like they were hoping that I was gonna quit or something? I don't know. Good call, Buff. Good call. Got some ice cubes here. Got some more of this zesty Montpellier carbonated natural spring water. Nice, crisp carbonated water. Love it. Sparkling. Y'all like sparkling water, or are you more still water fans? Mrs. Kong is definitely on the side of still water. Yeah, Zilla, I watched something that was trying to be anime. Alright, here we go. Meow draws player 1 for game 1. We are on Gemini Bridge. Meow has a familiar looking box. He does have Virelia in the box. Keu also has a familiar... I'm going to snooze this ad. I only get one more ad snooze, but I want to at least have the start of this stream not clogged up by ads. So Keu also has the Virelia in here. Very similar boxes. Is Meow still only playing one tank? He just has the Tyrant. So Keu at least has Tyrant and Lightbringer in the box. Okay. And we have first pick Eshin on Meow's side. First ban Eshin. He doesn't like that Eshin being available pick 1 for player 2. Yeah, Soda, Meow is definitely not... hasn't been running Omega in his try-hard meta box. He wants the championship this season. And Omega has problems, currently. Yeah, maybe should have been anime. It was Alice in Borderland, just finished season 2 of that. Came strongly recommended by one Tristan66, who we all know and love. More thoughts on that later, maybe. Alright, Meow going right ahead with that second pick. Dank has been serving him well. We saw in his games last night that he loved to get the Eshin and Dank out there. And he'll charge right ahead, throw portals as far ahead as he can with Dank, and that will enable the rest of his team in theory. So Keu does get the AO, which can hinder Meow Rush a little bit just by binding people. We'll see. We'll have to get a refresher on who Meow has butterflies on. Yeah, the live action. Actually, I didn't mind the ending. I thought the ending was kind of the strongest part of the show. Overall, I thought the show was on the low end of mediocre for a lot of reasons. All the characters were just kind of like clownish caricatures. Yeah, you can definitely tell, Zilla. That's part of the problem with the live-action adaptation, is that it's just relies very heavily on anime tropes. I think it would work much better as an anime. These pick and bans always stress me out so much because, you know, look at these characters that you have still left for 4th and 5th pick, like Andy. Look at this. I mean, Keu basically has all these super killing machines available to select from. And on this map too, I mean, I know Nemia's not as great as player 2, but scary units. Virelia can definitely be scary. Meow may be forced into having a healer left over as his 5th pick. The Act Again from Liana is not as threatening when you're player 1, because in order to use Act Again, you have to cede turn priority. And I don't think there's anyone here who really benefits from... Oh no, Q's going to go ahead and just ban out the healing. So he could have gone that way, or he could have gone the way of leaving the healing up. But Keu is opting to try to suffocate Meow via not letting him heal his team. Well, we have seen Meow field Apotheosis, 5th pick, yesterday as well. So certainly possible he opts to go with that. Who do you ban here if you're Meow? I think Virelia and... Isolde is scary, but Andy combos well with Celica. He bans the Nemia. Zerda 1 knows she's a killing machine. She has basically infinite range with her new casting passive. So, I mean, she can faction buff. But she's also there to jump through a dank portal and then kill whoever she wants. She's threatening. Okay, and Q does end up getting the Virelia last pick, so we may see some very explosive gaming here. These players will now choose their skills, choose their positions, choose their soldiers, and we will be back to join them in a maximum of 90 seconds. Okay, how do you like pick and ban here, chat? What do you think? Who has the edge? I don't know, Insane. That's... With Virelia, it's a little bit tricky because you don't often have the opportunity to take a Virelia double AoE and then heal your team back. Most of the time, your guys are just dead, or your guys are alive, and you go from there. So, if Virelia is going to be a problem, it's not necessarily because of the no healers. Let's get Sauce back up on the screen. Where did she go? She disappeared. Well, there she is. I mean, this pick line and Meow's kind of gameplay preference for rushiness, plus the fact that he's player 1, does kind of tilt the scales in his favor a little bit for this match. That said, Q is Q, and Q is always scary. So we can't really discount him just because of player 1, player 2 nonsense. So it looks like Eshin is going to be on Butterfly. No one else. We got that classic single target Wind Slash at Ankelmo going. We got a flying Apotheosis with accelerated aid. Zerda on Air Slash, Zerda on Faction Buff. Q going with the AoE Apotheosis, AoE on Awaken One. Obviously AoE on Virelia. So yeah, Q's definitely going to look to get a stranglehold on MeowSensei by blasting him with AoEs and not letting him heal back up. So in order to get around that, Meow needs to get an edge. He needs to get out in the lead by killing a unit or two before Q starts to put that stranglehold on. So we do have a bunch of units who can come out through that portal. Let's see who AO is going to bind. Yep. Let's see what debuff she got. Oh, it's just a damage taken and MDef. Not really crippling debuff, so it's the mobility hit that is more effective. The other thing from Meow's side is Q is positioning very defensively so that units coming out this portal are not going to be able to reach this turn. Wild Expedition. And Glacials. Q anticipating doing some water battles. Okay, Meow may opt to try to burn off these chains before making his jump. He does have 3 turns on the portals. But Keu is going to be avoiding that portal like the plague and making Meow come in the old-fashioned way or set up new portals. Keu has no reason not to Fog Hug for now. I mean, he's going to be looking for an opening with his Virelia. And obviously, the more units in range, the better for Virelia. Meow knows this and is going to go ahead and pop the old act again on Ad Ankelmo right now in hopes that she can do something this turn while the rest of his team sets up. Yeah, Najin, I think Q's like a 3-to-1 favorite in terms of betting. I put a couple tickets on Meow for sure. I don't have time to answer Ryder's question on Concord right now, but if someone is also a text chatter and wants to inform him about aid tickets, that way he doesn't have to wait for 2 hours till the stream is over. Either way, it's too late to bet your aid tickets now. Once the matches have started, there's no more betting. What did you bet, Buffy? Did you bet 6 tickets on Meow today? He was looking at what this Annie can threaten right now. All in 6 ticks. Good to hear it, brother. Keu very methodical, figuring out his options. So we have a butterfly on the Apotheosis. That's it on the Keu side. Who's the best recipient of Celica's 3C on this side? Probably Virelia? This EOL skin, I'm not sold on. I'm not sold on. Horse going aggro to block the portal. This is a nice move from Keu because he can always replace that horse. And if it dies there, it's going to overwrite the portal with a Zeraball. So killing this horse is actually pretty bad for Meow. Not like game-changingly bad, but it does take away his portal advantage. And it really costs Keu nothing because he can just get the horse back by casting 3C. So it's a nice sneaky little move. She may go for it anyway, just because Zerida 2 can still... Oh! Goes for the actual Bright Summoner. Nice reach there. So Zerida can reach that ball now. I don't know, Najin. I just know that the larger the spread, the more your tickets are worth. I don't know the actual math about how much they're worth. I guess you could ask Buffy, ask someone to do math, like someone who put 12 tickets down on Meow yesterday and got a big payout. I got like 1 million gold off Meow yesterday, but I forget how many tickets I used. The good move here was Meow being able to snipe and reach that Bright Summoner. The preemptive act again on the Adank Elmo ended up being quite fortuitous, or strategically apt. Hey Acreal, welcome back to the chat. So Q does have to be a little bit worried about this Zeraball. All in on Frutia, interesting. Well, keep us apprised how that game is going, because that's not one we're watching tonight, but we'll check out replays. The nice thing now about being at this stage of the tournament, where there's only a couple games left, is that we could watch replays of the other games after the live games are over. Yeah, Najin, I can't think of a Adank Elmo that doesn't have a Scepter. So the Celica revive on Apotheosis. There's no rush for Meow to go in with that Z2 yet, unless he wants to reach, like, maybe the Virelia. I'm not 100% sure, Bites. I'm thinking it's probably just because Apotheosis is the most kind of self-sustaining bruiser-ish unit here, so Q might be leaning on Apotheosis to have to mop up a few kills. So, yeah, and Butterfly. Having multiple lives on this will make him go a long way. I mean, that just makes him a less appealing target for the Z2. I think the Virelia is a better target for Z2 anyway. Although Meow's units aren't really grouped up, especially after Z2 jumps in, so maybe the Virelia wouldn't be able to be as threatening until a later turn. And it might just be new unit syndrome, but I'm more scared of Virelia in this situation. Meow knows better than I do, though, especially with how his box plays. Okay, Meow's gonna go anyway. Is he gonna be content just burning off the first life of this? Yes. So Butterfly eats the 3C debuff, and Zerda just burns off the Celica life. Ooh, really close, but not close enough. So he's gonna be able to use his 3C and get another revive. Here comes the big Virelia blast. Eating werewolves for lunch. Virelia does her job. Z2 double killed off the field. These guys aren't really going anywhere. I mean, they can get through the portal, but they can't reach anything after that. Other than the horse. So Zerda's just going to faction buff for now. Yeah, I think Meow had the set play on Apotheosis in mind, and then after that Celica revive, he decided, like, still try to go for it. Yeah, and Reflective Annie not anywhere near enough to counterkill the next life off this Apotheosis. So we do have a dangerous Apotheosis in deep. He still has a revive. Q with turn priority. Yeah, that was the exact right unit to make lose control, wasn't it, Cecil? Oof. So yeah, that lose control debuff not only made him come through the portal and not do anything, but it also exposed him to this AO one-shot. So that was double trouble for Meow. He could have had a life off this Apotheosis from somewhere that wasn't within AO range. But he got fully dicked. Meow down to 2 units. This is just game 1, Buffy. Meow loses this, he's 100% choosing player 1 again. Ooh. Oh! Not enough! Not enough! This Apotheosis just surviving by the skin of his teeth multiple times. Yeah, Najin, the AI didn't go through the portal because it was a portal. It just moved to a tile, and it happened to be a portal. Apotheosis is going to run back to live another day. Yeah, Cecil, I agree. I think the Z2 play was like one of those borderline things where he wanted to do the thing. And he was like, this probably isn't right, but I wanted to do it, so I feel like I have to do it now. And he decided to take the risk, and the risk didn't pay off. Yes, this is one of the reasons why I'm not 100% sold on Zerda. I mean, I'm sure Meow has a much better Zerda than mine, too, but if you need, like, a, you know, fully tricked out Zerda to be able to come close on kills like that, yeah, it's hard. I mean, you don't need the portals anymore. Yeah, going for life 1 on AO. Borrelia still has another Kaboom. Celica, no new 3C for a couple turns. Or for a turn. Borrelia getting ready, getting into the action. Wants to blow up again. This Zerda's uber toast. Meow does have turn prio now, but can Eshin carry this game? Seems unlikely. You have to go through 2 Virelia lives. Alright, Apotheosis has the little floating phallus troops now. AO's clone is back. This looks like going for the clone? And then run back? No, going for Apo. Really gonna try as hard as you can to finally kill this Apotheosis. It took a few tries. It took a few units. Eshin was the one who could do it. Both Zeradai failed. Now this Eshin's kind of in trouble. Everyone's kind of in trouble, let's be honest. He wants to finish it in style. With Mega Kaboomage. Oh, there's a lot of reasons not to throw in the towel early in playoffs, Najin. He could also just be formulating plans for the next game. I think this Eshin is still dead to clone. Zerad is definitely not going to solo carry this game. Man, that new staff is so nuts. Just chucking debuffs on there for failed swap attempts. Look at all this. This is all just from AO tagging her with stuff that doesn't even do damage. Underrated, Acreal? I think that's... I mean, she's... absolutely bananas unit. She's a scary, scary meta unit for like the next 3 seasons. I don't think anyone underrates her. Oh, you just mean in terms of like how low people are banning her in these games? I think that's less about her and more just about other units that people are scared of in terms of priority banning. Alright, Meow's got 130% super debuffed Zerada, who can't move, against AO, Virelia, and Celica, with a revive ready. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Bite. Have a good rest. Meow with a difficult decision to make here. Okay, burns off a bunch of debuffs. Thank you, Alhazard. Going for Celica. Ooh! Zerada hangs on. And runs back through the portal. Not a bad move. Would love to outlive this AO clone. And then you still have to kill Virelia twice. Keu coming in, putting the pressure on with 6 seconds of backup time. Zerida is going to be hiding in the fog for a bit. I like seeing this level of feistiness from Meow. Clone has 5 aquatic movement. Okay. Zerida has Zerida amount of movement. Oh, not far enough away from Virelia. Here comes the boomage. Oh no! Oh! A valiant attempt, Meow. A valiant attempt. No chance, though, for Zerida to live that. Alright, we're gonna get ready to go here on Game 2. Meow will definitely be taking Player 1. We're gonna be on Cape of Sorrow. So, the champ. Not the current reigning champ, though. The reigning champ was Wayne Ren, and he's been eliminated by Zanshin, who's currently in action in the other game. So, lots of live wires still in this tournament. But the nice thing about Meow is he's a main quarter, so, you know, he's in the chat. He plays Waifu Wars with us. He plays his own account in Apex Playoffs, so that is a point in his favor. Alright, now let's see if they're going to dip into the backup box. On this map, I could see Meow maybe bringing up Nemia. Keu could also potentially swap a Liana in. Really thinking about it. Okay, we are going to get another tank brought up and Watham, and sure enough, we get the Nemia up on Meow's side. Keu, waste no time, insta first ban BS. So as player 2, Keu goes with the 3 tank, 2 healer setup. Ashin getting first banned regardless. Yeah, Kabame's Rosenseal kind of dropping out of the meta a little bit. Partly because there are so many other really good healers. Like, you need to make room for Bright Summoner, who's crazy. You need to make room for Celica, who's crazy. And a lot of people still like to play Liana. So if you want to also bring in Rosenseal, that means you need to have 4 healers in your box, which a lot of people don't like, unless you're playing like Turtle specifically. So Rosen dropping out is part of what's keeping AO in boxes, because you can throw that new staff on her, and she can just absolutely hurl debuffs all over the place. So Meow going with first pick Sovereign here. going to be attempting another species of rush in this match. Let's see if he has more success. Oh, I don't mind, Jayden, if you want to update us on the other matches. Realistically, what do we have, like 100 people watching these streams? Realistically, most of those people are probably also keeping an eye on the other matches in their clients as well. So you're not really spoiling it for anyone except for me, and I'm going to be checking them after this game anyway. Keu likes the BS. I'm sure I'll be experimenting with picking her early next season as well. She really becomes a de facto first pick once Enya's in the box, and Enya becomes insta first ban for both players in every game. Kazgao up versus Qtaru. Nice, I like that. Kazgao's another player who plays his own account, so power to him. Dice and Nemia. Nemia dangerous on this map. Meow is securing some threats. Keu is going to hope to be able to weather the storm with this first pick BS, second pick sustainable tank. Still lots of good options on Q's side here. The Waitham was an interesting pickup from the backup box. He can be good as an anti-rush unit. I'm not good at it, but I've seen people do it. Dank, still a good option to help slow down Meow's team. AO's banned, so she won't be doing it. His own Sovereign can be an option to help slow down Meow's team. His own Nemia could be an option, although again, I'm not a huge Player 2 Nemia fan. We may also see Isolde as a choice, because we do have a tank and healer, so Keu might think that he has enough time. Although, I mean, from the looks of this, these units are going to be up Q's ass on turn 1, so he may not feel like he has enough time to build up Isolde. But that said, Isolde doesn't need tons of setup if she has units at her immediate disposal to kill. Okay, does go for a couple of those juicy enabling units on Q's side. Z2's obviously here to jump in. That said, you're going to be jumping in against at least one tank. So, I don't know. Meow likes his single target units though, so I don't see him pivoting to AoE on her. He's running out of backup time though. Ooh. Gets the AO, or the Adank Elmo, to chuck some portals out. In support of, I guess, Ice. Nemia doesn't really need it. Z2 doesn't really need it. A couple of these units, 3 of these units can use portals, so that's a good choice to secure 4th. Alright, we'll see, Jayden. We will see. Part of it is that one of the things you want to be able to do when you're fighting Rush is when a unit comes in, you want to be able to kill it. So Waitham has killing power, but also when he does kill a unit, it inflicts despair on enemy units, which can turn off their passives, which can help save you from potential follow-ups from certain units, depending on how that goes. We're also getting a 5th pick Dank Elmo on Q's side, which means there's going to be a little bit of an arms race on the portals. Meow has to be careful about where he throws portals now, because Q's dank could just overwrite one. More psychological warfare from the Q side. Alright, and we're now going to have another very tactical deployment phase where the characters, or where the players choose their positions, troops, and skills. Probably not a whole lot of thought going to have to go into it. I mean, Q's side does have decent sustain, decent healing. So if Meow's trying to decide whether, I mean, you've got AoE here, potential AoE here, potential AoE here, potential AoE here. That said, like, knowing Meow, I honestly feel like he may still just go for the single target. Use the Apotheosis to bust through this Lightbringer, and then try to clean up the mess afterwards. Not 100% sure of that, Mira. Not 100% sure. I have not used them. I'm sure there's a chart floating around somewhere that shows terrain priority. I know, like, Nemia and Sage tiles don't overwrite the portal. It'd be awesome if they did. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? We do have AoE. We do have AoE. And we do have AoE. Okay, Meow's deciding to go with AoE overwhelm strategy. Okay, Nemia coming in first. Nice juicy damage. Wow, nice juicy damage. Poor Waithen. The question is going to be, how fast can Q stay on top of healing off this AoE? Ooh. Moves are in deep. Basically baiting Q into trying to kill it instead of healing, I guess. If Q doesn't kill it, Zerida 2 can jump to that right away. But if Q does kill it, then who's coming? Then I guess she goes with portals. Which then gives Q a chance to heal. So who's killing, I guess, is the question. Either of them. Or she could 3C, bring in the horse, use the horse to heal up, and then use her... Oh no, she wouldn't get to act again, would she? Hmm. Let's see how much of this backup time Q uses contemplating this conundrum. Contemplating this conundrum. This looks like going for the kill, or at least the freeze. It doesn't matter if she's frozen if she's still alive. Jayden is up. First game on Zanshin. Interesting, interesting. Either way, Nemia's out of commission here. Whips Lightbringer. Goes for the 2C, definitely a kill, so Meow not going to be able to jump in. Okay, so Meow's play is going to have to be to set up some kind of follow-up. These guys aren't reaching on their own. Zerda needs something to jump to. And that gives Q a chance to heal off all this shit with Bright Summon around her horse. Yeah, who got the Despair anyway? Dank and Zed too? Oh wait. She had Despair too, but she burned it off. Meow looks like he really just wants to put units in Q's face and then hope that he has follow-up left. Okay, so Apotheosis not going that time. Dank is dead. Watham survives. But I guess the question for Meow is 6% HP Watham is probably not one-shotting that Sovereign. So Zerda should be able to get in this time. But Zerda's going to be getting in on a decently healed team. Theoretically. This guy has the power. Ooh. Okay. She hasn't had a chance to throw up guard yet, so I mean Zerda could jump in and just single target kill the Sovereign. You know, there's nothing saying she has the AoE when she comes in. Here she comes. Ah, she is going to go for the single target kill on Sovereign. She can AoE another day. So there's another Zera Ball in there. Now I guess Meow sets up the portals and sends Apotheosis through the portals. Hey Trung, don't despair for your tickets yet. Q's still doing well in this match. Zerda's here with no single target super 3C to chew through Lightbringer, and he's got a bunch of healing and Watham for all the cleanup he needs. Alright, Watham is going to go for this Sovereign now that he's back in full health. Easy kill. And now, Meow needs to go through Lightbringer somehow, and he's already used his Zerda 3C. So it's going to be basically up to Apotheosis to kill Lightbringer. And to get there, Apotheosis would have to go through those icy tiles. Okay, Lightbringer hides herself. So that means Watham's going to have a chance to beat Zerida before he's even under threat. Yep, this is looking pretty rough, Cecil. All the underdog voters had dollar signs in their eyes. They really wanted to believe. Alhazard coming in clutch once again. Yeah, though, Cecil, that was the true power of the Ice Melda bait, was putting Zerida on the back line here. I still don't like the AoE there, but maybe the move was 3C the Lightbringer. Just take the Lightbringer's life. Since you knew you were going to have to get through the tank anyway. Okay, Q still with turn priority here. Most likely going to want to do something with Bright Summoner. Just, if he acts with either of these units, it opens up Zerida from the fog. So, Bright Summoner not able to kill that Apotheosis first life, but certainly puts a dent in the poor fella. Oh, is Horse gonna get it? Yes, way to go, Horse. Horse MVP in every game, really. Now, what's this poor Horse untransformed Apotheosis gonna do now? All he has is an AoE. Do you just go ahead and AoE to get it over with, knowing that he's gonna die anyway? Then you AoE with your Zerida, she dies in fog. Yeah. So Lightbringer has to let the Zerida out, or Watham has to let the Zerida out. Ooh, I mean, yeah, I guess Lightbringer doesn't have to let the Zerida out. She just eats a revive and stays camped in there. So Dank is the obvious next action. Has to hope for some juicy black hole debuffs. Do you like the LLR demon icon? Little Halloween-looking ass icon. The only thing Meow can do here is black hole. Or just move forward. Oh, was the Despair silencing her passive, so she wasn't able to go through the portal and then black hole. Yeah, so she couldn't even do that. Waitham gonna go for a first life kill on Zerda here. Does get it. Zerda does have access to a Zera Ball over here. AoEs. Picks up the ball. So yeah, Najin, that's an example of how Waitham is a good anti-rush unit, is because she's lagging along back here thanks to this despair debuff. She still has it for another turn too. So with her way back here, I mean, she can get in to throw down a black hole or something, but the rest of Q's team is going to be able to combo down this Zerda at this point. Well, I guess she doesn't have any single target. She does have lots of healing, though, to remove whatever debuffs a Dank Elmo throws down. So, you know, Dank gets some black hole debuffs. Then this heals up and strips everything. Then you have a Zerda with no skills for the next 3 turns, who basically has to just attack into Lightbringer while eating Waitham hits. Full health, undebuffed Waithams. Okay, here comes the healing. More healing, plus miracle. Look at all those buffs. So juicy, so tasty. Zerda kind of needs to run. Ooh, ouch. Definitely not going to auto-attack through Lightbringer's life. I guess maybe he's hoping to use turn priority to finish that Lightbringer at the start of this turn. And then use a Dank Elmo to do something. But that is contingent on Zerda being able to auto-attack down this Lightbringer. She's got a lot of HP. And she doesn't. And all she has is 1 damage dealt buff. No attack buff. Werewolf's not doing much for her. I mean, the thing is, Meow got to play the game he wanted to play. He was player 1 both games. He got to play his rush game, but Q set up very competent anti-rush defenses in both games. Meow doesn't even have running away as an option now. Because Q can just move his team up. Like, if Meow could get this all the way away and kind of get reset, get his skills back on everyone, maybe force... Yeah, there's, I mean, nothing he could do. Yeah, I mean, this is a nice backup box switch, too, on Q's part, right? Carrying the game. Meow letting the time run down while he contemplates his options. All the underdog bettors in the chat feeling sad. Except for Trung, who is going to get like 14 gold from betting on the heavy favorite. I remember back in the day when Auto Run would always have like 3,000 votes and whoever he was playing had like 15 votes. And Tristan would always bet on Auto Run and get like 100 gold. But he was like, hey, it's guaranteed 100 gold. That's better than risky millions of gold. Oh, that did nothing. That hurts. The portal is going to do more. Maybe slow down some of Q's units coming out of the fog. Zerda is now dead. Now you just have to, like... DS should have skills back. Yeah, she's got her horse buff back. Alright, you looking in great shape. Not gonna lie. Whole team here supported by a full tank. Lots of healing. With the aggressive 3C up. And the teleport act again. Watham, not fully back, but he's healthy. Annie, still going for that one last-ditch AoE. Put some damage out. Debuff's completely irrelevant because BS is going to be healing those off. I'm going to be going to the Zanshin battle next for sure. That's the other one that is of great interest to me. And I think there's going to be a lot of people who want to watch that. Meow just absolutely refusing to run away here. If Q's gonna kill him, he wants to get killed proper. And so he does. GG's to Q. Okay, Q is gonna be going on to fight the winner of Defteros and Frutilla. So let's hop in and see how this match is going. It looks like Jayden has won the first game. There we go. Make sure the old Discord knows that we've moved on to Zanshin, and let's see what we've got set up for teams. So Zanshin behind by a game. He is player 1. He does have Virelia. He does have the old Lightbringer and BS combo, a Dank Elmo, and he's building up an Isolde back here, although she's hanging out in the fog right now. And yeah, Jayden is still a believer. Jayden's got a Rosenseal in the mix. Rosenseal and BS. With an Isolde and a tank. And Ice Melda. So we've got the Isolde hiding in the back line, also being built up here with this BS. Hey Walnut, how many tickets did you put on Q? Was that all 6 tickets for 800k? And Zanshin's playing an actual horse BS, not this fish BS. Meanwhile, Tyrantel is up in the very front line supporting Jayden's advance. So if Zanshin is worried about this Isolde coming up, He's gonna have to get through all this shit. Four tickets for 800k. So that means each ticket costs 150k, worth 50k of profit for someone who had 3-to-1 odds. Or 1-to-3 odds. I guess Q was the favorite. I mean, it's profit. It's respectable. I think that game was, like, close enough in terms of which way it would have actually gone that it's a low profit margin for a risky bet. Yeah. I don't think that game was necessarily 50-50 in terms of who was going to win, but that's what you have to think about. A lot of these games in the last round and this round are kind of coin flips. So you look for who has really good odds in who could potentially win a coin flip, and that's where your profits are. It costs 150k per ticket to buy. Tickets ain't cheap. I do think that in this game, like the way... I know we have this Isolde building up back here. There's an Ice Melda here as well. I do think the pressure's on Jayden a little bit more. Zanshin can kind of more comfortably build up here and then use the Dank and use the Virelia as deterrents while building up his own Isolde. I wish I had this skin. This skin is so epic. What a boss. But, sadly, it was not forthcoming for Old Kong. That said, one thing that's kind of scary for Zanshin is when this Ice Melda gets up here and starts throwing around ice tiles and anti-Actigen aura. With Zanshin backed up against the fog the way he is, that could become problematic or awkward. Yeah, Trung, I mean, that's worth it. It's not exactly small potatoes. I would absolutely take 150k profit right now. Although, thankfully, the good old days of the gold drought are kind of behind us. Like when casting first came in and everyone was trying to cast like a full box of 15 units. Plus fun side characters. Alright, what's this Virelia got up her sleeves? Hey, Rice Crew, welcome to the chat. Okay, not super effective Virelia there. Thanks to the Rosen Seal, in large part, although these units are all hurt now, which could be problematic. For follow-up from Zanshin. That said, she's stranded outside of guard range. Rice, do you have a dog in this fight? Who do you like? There's no Jaces to be seen anywhere. That helps your decision. Yeah, Najin, my main account was free to play for probably 2 years. Then I went through a period of spending YouTube money on the account. And now I've been free to play again for about another year. I have to go back and check to see, like, when the last... Yeah, that's an insta-dead Virelia. Ooh, ouch! BS able to heal up most of that damage that Virelia did, so she ended up being not super useful. That leaves Zanshin in something of a pickle. But yeah, to get back to your question, Najin, I mean, I guess that means my main account has been free to play for like 70% of its life, around there, 60%, 70%, and obviously Freekong has been free the entire time, because imagine spending money on a gimmick alt account. Yeah, but you don't need any SSRs, right, Acreal? I've definitely gone many banners rolling for a unit and not getting it, and then it's just, you get it later. The only time you can't really do that is crossovers, which is why my main account does not have Shaltier, because I missed her, and she hasn't come back. But she's not exactly a need unit either, that's just like a vanity collection. Oh yeah, for sure, Najin. I mean, everyone has their own, like, level of what's responsible for spending on mobile games. I don't begrudge people that, unless it's absolutely out of control. But, I mean, personally, I don't see the need to support any, like, corporation, really. They can support themselves by offering a product that people want to pay for. Oh no, Adank Elmo, where'd you go? I guess she's gonna blow up? No, she wants to kill Rosenseal, that's funny. She can teleport out of there. Najin, I think they dropped the ball on the crossover rerun. I mean, I know they're probably obligated to run it globally simultaneously. The thing is, the big selling point of this crossover rerun is the casting passives, not really the characters themselves. So that was a straight-up trade of Adank Elmo for Rosenseal. So yeah, the selling point of the crossover rerun is the casting passives, which they're not getting right now. So that's fine. I mean, people can summon Shining rerun if they, like, missed a unit. But 90-95% of the players of this game aren't people who look ahead and see what the, like, Chinese banner news is. So they're not people who are gonna know. That was a really good move. Oh! Get the kill with the AoE. Wow, okay, so Zanshin hoping for an Isolde full carry. Yeah, like 90-95% of the people aren't going to know that the casting passives are coming in 6 months. So they're either going to be like, well, I don't need these Shining characters, and skip them, and then the thing that would have actually made them good comes out after they're no longer attainable. That's a problem for those people. And it works the other way, too. Like, the casting passives are basically marketing for the Shining character rerun. So, like, Sega isn't getting the potential uptick in sales from people seeing that these units are good and summoning more on them. So, a little bit of a dropped ball. I think if they wanted to do, like, a global simultaneous rerun, which Sega probably stipulated, they should have brought the casting passives ahead as well. Okay, so Isolde's shield, this horse move was just to bring Isolde's shield down, and that could be enough to be problematic for, you know, Jayden could potentially come in and do some ice shenanigans to that Isolde. That's absolutely what he's going for. Freezing her on fog. PS is going to be looking for a way to take that freeze off. Uh-oh. BS is sitting out in the open again. You don't have single target. You do. Oh yeah, you could just freeze it. Yeah, that's it for Zanshin. Too much kind of wild, out of control playmaking there. But it all stemmed originally, I think, from... well, we can go back and look. Are any games still on? No, so yeah. Let's watch this game first, then we'll go back and take a look at Zanshin Game 2 again. Okay, so we are actually just getting started with Game 3, so we did not miss much. We're here just in time for the grand finale of Qtaru versus Kazgao. Why do I think they chose to run the rerun now? Because they have a relationship with Sega, and Sega paid, or they paid Sega, and they wanted the rerun now, so that's why that happened. They don't have to do their collabs in order, right? They do the collab, like whatever collab they think they can make money from. And they didn't bring the casting patterns over because those are tied to the major update however many months from now that it happens. So if they wanted to bring that forward, they'd have to figure out some way to code to get those casting patterns out of that major update and into this one without bringing like the other casting patterns and the other like unique equipment and all the update stuff. And let's be realistic, Zilong does not spend that much development time or money coding global updates. So the less specific work they have to do for the nitty-gritty of the individual major update contents, the better for them. They're not going to have like a team of people customizing a global update. They just want to push like a minecart over to global that's just full of the stuff that China got. So that said, I don't think it means anything for the other crossover reruns that they skipped. It's just like they're pulling whatever they can out of a hat. They could go back and do, like, I actually don't think that a Cold Steel rerun is off the table, because Zilong has a good relationship with that developer as well. So it could happen, it's just a question of when. Well, if CN is 90, then Global's definitely not 10. I think 10% is overstating a little bit for what Global does. Global's probably 5%. Maybe a little less, because remember, we've also got the Chinese servers, obviously the biggest one in terms of revenue. We also have Taiwan, we also have Korea, we also have Japan, we also have Southeast Asia. Those are all separate markets, separate apps, separate servers, separate revenue streams, and all of them are bigger than global. So that helps break down the percentage a little bit more. So this is kind of a refreshing difference, right? After seeing Meow Rush games, and we spent like 3 weeks watching MX games as well. To see someone who's player 1, first picking a healer and second picking a tank. We're going to actually get to see some Qtaru pilot gaming here. And getting a Jace out on this map. Rice Crew, look away. Cover your eyes, my son. Yeah, Najin, so that sounds like Global's probably like 3 to 5% of Zilong, of Langrisser total revenue then. Maybe like 2 to 3%. Well, we're getting Celica, Lightbringer, Jace Gaming. I I mean, Qtaru is a great friend of the channel. I like Qtaru, he's a good guy. So I would have been rooting for Qtaru if he were still playing. But that said, Kazgao is one of those few global players who has success in playoffs. He got to the top 8 last season, I think, as well. Never gone further than that. He still plays his own account. He's probably streaming this right now, actually. So I feel like I gotta root for him here. Well, Zilla, there's pros and cons to it. One of the benefits of Global being so small, not just in terms of revenue, but also in terms of effort, because they don't do anything. They have an AI to translate the script now. The monthly updates are just, like I said, they're just pushed, copied and pasted right from China. They don't do any English voice acting. So it takes them no effort. There's no, like, global community management team, so there's no actual global employees. The only 2 people we actually deal with from Zilong, who are the Nun, which is our localization liaison, they are a Chinese employee. They're in China. And then there's Phoebe, who's the kind of community manager who basically just posts the updates on, like, Reddit and Facebook and stuff. They're in China too. So there's no global staff, which means Global, even though it doesn't bring in a ton of money, also doesn't cost them anything. Which means we're not really at risk of being shut down. So even if Global's super small, Zilong can just, like, keep the lights on in Global because, you know, say they're making like 100 grand, 200 grand a month. That's just pocket change for them. They don't need to worry about it. They just automatically have their AI translate and localize. They get a free 100 grand doing no work. Like, they might as well keep Global operating because it's no skin off their back. It doesn't cost them anything. Hey Jorge, welcome to the stream. It's going well for me, it's not going as well for some of these Apex players. Sadly, Rice Crew, oh no, shield your eyes, Rice Crew, we're gonna have 2 Jaces. I guess maybe the only thing you can live for is that potentially one of these Jaces is gonna kill the other Jace. So Kazgao playing this interestingly against a tank, healer, mage, threat box. No tanks. BS is a healer. But we have some, like, rush-type units. So is Kazgao going to try this as player 2? Let us see. Oh, right, and Qtaru has that butterfly on Lightbringer. That's the only one in this game. So it's a single target air/Zerda, single target here. No reason not to be single target. I mean, even this Jace is all single target. He didn't bring the Vortex. Because Kazgao has no tank. So Qtaru doesn't need to worry about circumventing a tank with AoE or displacement. He just has to worry about one-shotting down these units. Yeah, Najin, I've been seeing the same thing on Concord. A lot of the people who started playing Sword of Convalescence are not necessarily bored of it, but, like, done with it. It's kind of in a content drought a little bit. It doesn't have Apex to keep, you know, the hardcore players interested on that, like, super loop. A lot of the players have gotten to, like, level 70 or whatever in the PvE, so it's like, I've beaten the game. Which, you know, a lot of the people who were attracted to that game initially were the people who kept apologizing for it, like, not being a gacha. It has its own, like, side mode where you can play through it like a normal PvE strategy game. And those people have probably beaten the game and been like, oh good, that was a good normal PvE strategy game and now I'm done with it, so I don't need to keep playing it. It's only this is the reason I didn't start playing it, because I could see through it essentially being a gacha game, and it's the gacha people who are going to be still playing it after the luster has died off. Okay, here come the big advanced portals. I still don't necessarily think Qtaru is going to want to jump anyone ahead quite yet. He's going to play this, like, tank gameplay style. He'll set up a place for Jace to teleport back to, and then on turn 2, he'll jump in and single-target kill someone. Hey, ATN, who is left in this season? Let's see, we have Q versus whoever's playing on the Mami Rosa Testarossa Frutilla account. And we also have whoever wins this between whoever's playing Qtaru's account and Kazgao, and 7th Heaven Jayden Nelson is still alive on this side of the bracket. So it's going to be 7th Heaven against either Kazgao or Qtaru's pilot. Alright, Kazgao is going to try to get the jump on this Qtaru. Sadly, that does strand the Jace there, making him an easy target for, well, this Jace, I guess. Qtaru also has healing to deal with this vortex damage. Qtaru also has portals here, so if he was worried about being stranded in the vortex, he can just hop his team through that portal and be out of it. Who's the meta trio, ATN? Who's the meta trio? Hail, Meow. There's another one from main court? I'm behind on my meta lore. Oh, pay the toll. Yeah, pay the toll's out. We wished, Nejin, that that's how it worked. Remember there was a game like last week or the week before where we wanted to see what would happen if they got vortexed onto the portal, if they would then go through the portal, and that it doesn't work that way. Everyone in the chat was like, "Oh man, that would have been so fun," but it didn't happen. So yeah. But the thing is, Qtaru's pilot might not know that, so maybe that's what he's thinking about right now, is he's worried like, "Oh, what happens if I do get vortexed onto that portal?" Now, that said, this Jace is literally ending his turn on the portal, so he should go through. Oh no, because he's going to activate his thing to go back. Yeah, see there, now he got sucked onto the portal and didn't go through, so that's how that mechanic works. Yeah, now he knows. I think that whole convoluted, like, teleport back scheme was because he may not have known, Ding, but now he knows. Anyway, I'm not sure about this, like, what this Jace move was here for Kazgao. Like, he threw this vortex down, but now he's dead. None of this damage is gonna stick because we still have Qtaru's Celica action. So Qtaru's basically gonna be sitting back here in a portal, healing back up. Okay, that's a good point too, Ding, is that Qtaru actually wants to preserve his portals. Yeah, so he didn't want to fuck up his own portal. That's true. I remember when Adank Elmo first came out, Kabames, and there were people accidentally teleporting themselves all over the place. It was so funny. Like, they would go step on a portal to do something, forgetting that it was there, and their teammate would get, like, jumped across the map. No, I don't think that entered into Kazgao's calculations, Nathan. I think he just wanted to chuck down some AoE damage. Oh, he was probably hoping that that would have been a kill on Dank and Jace as well, but they both survived it. They are both whale bulk. You get one kill on the Zerda. Kaz needs better enchant. Yeah, I'm not sure what his account looks like, Ding. I mean, I don't think he's a super whale. He does have some EOLs though, so I guess he is. I guess he is a whale. I guess he is. Yeah, no choice now, Rice Crew. We need the healing now. So, look at that. Boom. Qtaru, full health. No debuffs. Just sitting comfortably in a vortex. Just hanging in a vortex for the next couple turns. Kazgao has pretty much blown his load. Jace is dead. Nemia... We got a couple more AoEs here, but they're not following up right now. It's going to be an uphill battle for Kazgao to 3 versus 5 a fully reset Qtaru team. Kazgao's like, He's got the butterflies on Sovereign and Apotheosis. I do like the butterfly Apotheosis. Where are we going, Ice? Okay, whole team's coming in down low. Zerda is gonna go in for the kill. On Apotheosis. Ooh, what a smart play. So Apotheosis is down, and there goes that lost control gambit. This isn't doing anything. All this can do is chuck some AoE around, which Celica can just heal off. That is a dead Bright Summoner. Zerda with the Celica Revive in here running rampant. And that's it. So Qtaru's pilot advances. Alright, that means today's Sunday, isn't it? So next week we have the top 4 and then the finals. So we're going to have Q versus Frutilla on the left side, and Qtaru versus Jayden. 7th Heaven Jayden Nelson on the right side. Rice Crew, thanks for showing up, by the way. I appreciate the Bernhardt ooh even more than the hydration imperative. That's why I made Bernhardt's channel point redeem way cheaper than the other ones. Because you're really only getting 3 letters for your points. You're getting ooh, but it's worth every penny. I don't know which of these games I'm gonna watch next week. Oh, we wanted to go back and see the end of that Jayden Zanshin match, didn't we? I don't think I'm getting paid. I forget who I voted on. I know I voted a couple tickets on Meow, but I spread some other tickets around, and I don't think they panned out. Totally forget. Yeah, I made all my revenue yesterday. I made 1 million gold yesterday. So, whatever I lost today was just from yesterday's revenues. Right, this is where things started to go poorly for Zanshin. He saw a group opportunity, and he went for it with the Virelia out of Lightbringer Guard. But the problem was, this Virelia did nothing. So we got a little double pop. Little double pop. Everyone alive. Everyone actually pretty healthy after that. And Zanshin has no real group follow-up here. I don't think Zanshin would have thought that there was no way for Jayden to get at his Virelia. Because he wouldn't have missed that Bright Summoner was back there with her teleport either. He may have thought, you know, maybe Ice comes in and tries to do something on that Virelia. That's a 5-star Virelia, isn't it? That's not 6-star, 25%. So 5-star Virelia, double pop does nothing. Out of guard allows the Bright Summoner to jump in and get the single target kill. And that was really the turning point of the game, I think. Because now this, like, basically fully heals Jayden's team. And that after that point is when Zanshin started to go kind of making the, like, cowboy moves, teleporting the Dank Elmo into the team to set up a portal over here so Isolde could teleport ahead and kill this Isolde. But, like, none of those moves had any advanced support behind them. So once his Isolde was in here, like, it was a good move to come in and kill this Isolde. But then his own dragon had no support at that point, so she was an easy kill for Jayden to get the follow-up kill on. Yeah, so unfortunately, I think that Virelia... I don't even... Maybe he thought the Virelia was going to get the kill on the Rosen? Because that was who he sent the Dank Elmo in to finish off. He definitely wanted that Rosen dead. But, like... Yeah, this is not enough damage to throw away one of your units. I think if you play a little bit more conservatively there, still hang out up here with your tank and wait for a better opportunity where you have, like, safer follow-up. Maybe that goes a different way. But not today. Not today, sadly. So Jayden takes the win there. Yeah, and we're gonna have, I mean, Jayden has won the championship before, Q has won the championship before, so we are going to see some action, for sure, some interesting high-skill action next week. So stay tuned for that. I am gonna go and go chill for the rest of the evening. I finished watching my show, finished with my Langrisser responsibilities. I don't know, maybe I'll hit the gym. It's chest day today, so maybe I'll get that knocked out, so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. Thank you for supporting the stream. Thank you for supporting your favorite Apex players with your votes and your cheering and your emotes in the comments. I'm sure they appreciate it as well. They do sometimes send me DMs after the games and talk about some of the things that you've said in the chat, so they're listening when they review things. Yeah, I'll catch you next week. Thank you for the resub, Greenwinkle. Good to see you again. Yeah, catch you next weekend, everyone. Hang in there. Happy Langrissing.